Yo, what's going on, folks? Tonight, CBS Sports Radio, the JR Sport Brief Show.
Many will remember this man.
Hey, what's going on, YouTube? You are watching JR Sports Brief.
The JR Sport Brief has been around since 2009. He has uploaded over 2,000 videos in that time, discussing almost everything, from the Yankees and Derek Jeter to Floyd Mayweather.
Yo, what's going on, folks? I just got off air, CBS Sports Radio.
And to his credit, he has inked deals, with his latest partnership being with CBS Sports, which, to be clear, he absolutely earned. However, no one is immune from criticism, no matter how much we may adore them. On air, he would say this.
This is JR from the JR Sport Brief with a CBS Sports Minute, sponsored by LL Flooring. LL Flooring, every step covered. March Madness is upon us. Selection Sunday is only a few days away, and we even have teams that have won their conference tournaments and have automatic bids. But if I'm being honest, I'm more excited for the women's tournament. I'm ready for Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark, and the giant Brazilian woman from South Carolina that knocks people over. Forget the guys. Where are the women? I'm ready. I'm JR.
It was a porous moment. South Carolina head coach Dawn Staley even heard it this morning and tweeted her disgust. What a morning. Never thought I'd hear one of my players described in such an offensive way. I'm not sitting this one out. Kamila Cardosa deserves an apology, CBS Sports, 1075 the game. And then she would say, can be issued even though it's out of your control. The Post and Courier's David Cloninger and Jeff Hartzell put in their write-up, a spokesman for 107.5 The Game said the station is contractually obligated to run the JR Sport Brief CBS Sports Minute. The bits run once per hour throughout the day, and all CBS affiliates are required to run them. Someone from 107.5 The Game would respond to Staley and say this, Coach, you have every right to be upset. We as a CBS affiliate do not control what plays in their sports minutes, and we certainly don't condone what was said. We try and treat all women's sports with the utmost respect. It's unfortunate some national voices don't. Even though it was not one of our voices that said this, we are ultimately responsible for what plays on our airways, and we will work to make sure this kind of thing doesn't happen again. We sincerely apologize to you, Kamila, and your entire team. Staley would answer, accepted with love and understanding. Former legislator Mandy Powers-Norrell would write, love Coach Staley for calling out the CBS Sports podcast this morning that called Kamila the giant Brazilian woman from SC that knocks people over. They issued a swift apology, as they should. Thankful these women have a great coach who goes to bat for them. As always, if there are any stories we miss, if there are any that you would like to submit, get at me and follow me on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, as long as our stupid lawmakers allow it to continue. And if you can, please support our network. Go to tyt.com/join. Why don't you? This obviously stems from the fight that occurred where there was pushing, shoving, a member of LSU's team, their brother, going onto the court because of the melee. Dawn Staley treating this very well and saying that they're apologetic, it doesn't reflect their core values. And then on the opposite end, Kim Mulkey basically saying, no, she should have done it to someone her own size. Would have loved to see what Angel Reese would have done if she was in there. So you have such contrasting styles here between the head coaches. But it seemed as though, as well, that the dust had settled. And we were finally moving on from the biggest story that even got mad love on Undisputed, First Take, Get Up, like the biggest sports shows that are still on television was talking about. And then suddenly out of nowhere on national radio, JR Sport Brief, who I said has been around for years, said this of Kamila Cardosa, which was terrible. There is a way to be objective, and I know that some will say that, oh, you're reaching. No, there's no reaching here. There's no reaching. You know what tells me there's no reaching? Is that JR has not said a thing about it yet, and it's been up for like 3 hours at the time that we shoot this right now. I don't know when it's going to get posted. But at the time we shoot this, he has said nothing. And yet you have sister stations apologizing publicly to the head coach, who, by the way, kudos, demanding answers, sticking up for her players. How wouldn't a recruit love seeing that? How wouldn't a player love seeing that? Many get hung out to dry, even by Kim Mulkey. But Dawn Staley goes to bat. I'd love to see that. What I want to see from JR is a sincere apology. Not one of those, I'm sorry if I offended, it was taken the wrong way. No. Apologize for it. It was a brutal assessment of what was an ugly situation between these two ball clubs that could meet in the Final Four. I will tell you, as a staunch listener of local sports radio here in Chicago, one of the things that really grinds my gears is the fact that we don't have the locality of these stations anymore because those at the top don't see the value. It's very similar to newspapers. Instead of, let's say, for example, the Chicago Tribune or the Sun-Times, I'm just using an example. Instead of them hiring local writers to cover stuff, they will reprint the Associated Press. Yahoo Sports does this all the time as well. And it's a damn shame because these are institutions that badly need the local voice. It sucks. And I hear these CBS Sports minutes instead of hearing actual update anchors. I don't want to hear these guys' takes. I just don't. I don't care to hear Jim Rome's CBS Sports Minute, although he's taking his show to Twitter. A stunning move. But I hear these takes and they're just kind of nonsense. Like I hear Tiki Barber talking trash about something that he clearly just learned about. Or I value John Wertheim, but his takes, I think it's John Wertheim, his takes on something that's just it is simply a sponsored 60 seconds for CBS to make an extra buck. I never enjoy them, and apparently this is the end result.